All right, looking at the DXY on the monthly scale going back to 2001, been in a macro level downtrend here. So I'm showing you this because we're very close to a key level here, right? So looking at that downtrend, for the past only 21 years, we need to be holding this as resistance. Usually, your horizontal lines have a little bit more weight than your diagonal lines like this, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt with a 21-year downtrend here. So we've also since past 10 years or 11 years or so, we've been working our way up, right? So you could say if you start from here, we've been on an uptrend, but the bigger trend, the biggest trend, right, going back to 1986, dollar hopefully slowly dying here, which would be great for crypto, because when the DXY drops, crypto rocks. You got it. When the DXY goes down, crypto gets the crown. You got it. Okay, I'll stop. When the DXY goes up, crypto tends to suck. Okay, got it. All right, enough. We'll stop. Okay, the monthly. So we're at key levels, right? So we can go really a little bit higher. We could even get a wick, but odds are for the next 3 days, 9 hours, we really want to hold this because we don't have 20, 30 days left in the month to get a wick and then back up. If we get up in here, we might just in fact close above this, and then these trend lines, diagonal trend lines, especially like this, could be a little bit more subjective, right? You could loosely draw it a little bit up more, right? Because as long as you don't have it going through a candle, right, you can't really do that. If you don't have it going through a candle, you're pretty much, you could kind of draw it any way you'd like, and it's still technically a trend line, right? Just to draw the most accurate trend line, the most strong trend lines, you want to have the most touch points. And in my book, I mean, the strongest touch point that we could draw, right? If we draw it any higher, you're losing like these wicks right here, right? So you want to draw it as many touch points as possible without going through candles. That's on any chart, right? Any kind of trend line chart. Okay, so loosely based, we want to hold around this 97, 98 area at the worst case over the next 3 days, and we'll see how February goes, March goes. We're supposed to have another interest rate announcement in March. Who knows if that'll get passed or not? Maybe there'll be some good news, or some bad news, I should say, and then we can come back down here and hopefully break these lows. And this is when crypto should explode once we get down to these levels. So let's go look at a couple different indicators and see where we're at. Remember, this is the monthly scale, so this is very big. So looking at the RSI here, right, we've been again in this downtrend, but look at what's happening here. We're starting to take out these previous tops. So hopefully this top is pretty significant. 62 on the RSI going in. We'll see where this updates in the next handful of days here. We'll get the monthly close again, and this should update. So we'll keep an eye on it. How about the weekly scale? Let's go see what that looks like. So there's your weekly. We're uptrend, right? We've been in an uptrend since September of 2020, August even, right? Ups and downs, higher lows, higher highs. That's what you'd want to see if you want the continuation up. So what we want to look for on the DXY is to break this trend, and how would we start doing it is by putting in a lower high. So hopefully we turn around here soon and then come back down, and then to have the confirmation of that uptrend broken, you need to make a lower low at the same time, or later at a later time, but at the same kind of fluctuation point, right? So we need to tilt back down this way, make a lower high first, then make a lower low, and then we might be ready to go. It's Dr. Seuss Friday. You heard it. Let's go see what another, good or not so good, whatever you want to call it, the ADX and DI, right? So this is, you'd want to see this in whatever coin you want to go up, but not for the DXY, because we're getting a bounce to the bull side. The bulls are in the green, bears are in the red, divergence away from each other. So, and also the ADX on top, which means the bulls are gaining strength and getting stronger. So that's, again, the weekly scale. Let's go take a look at the monthly, get a little bit bigger picture. So the monthly, even though the bulls are still in charge, it's looking a little less powerful, right? Kind of just more or less been trending sideways for the past 5 years or so. So let's hope for a bearish cross, and then, we can be cooking with grease. Okay. So let's go see what else we got. How about the stochastic RSI? So this is your momentum. We got the DXY cranked out, man. on the Autobahn in the Lambo, and he's rolling. Okay, so that's the monthly. We need that to come back down. So that could take some time. Look at this. But even if we start to come back down, that might help us a lot. If we get down in this area again, you can see the time scale at the bottom here, right? We're looking like summertime, probably at the earliest to come back down here. That would really help crypto get moving again. So that's the monthly scale. How about the weekly scale? The weekly scale, not quite as much momentum. So maybe this will help that monthly kind of pull it down a little bit. So we want to see this turn back down and come back down here and just hang out here for a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. You know, random updates here and there. What else do we got to look at? Let's go look at our good old friend MACD. So MACD can be useful in conjunction with some other things, but it has a lot of fake outs. You know, all indicators are lagging. MACD tends to be pretty lagging as well, but it can be useful here and there. But as you see, right? So we started this downtrend. We got some red candles. That's great. But now look, we're flipping back to the upside. However, have we seen this before? Have we seen anything like this before? Does it mean we're definitely going to go back up now for a long time? No. We'll look back here. All right, let's zoom back out to 2018. Right, something very similar here. Right, after making a peak, we crossed down, just briefly turned a little bit bearish, then flipped back to the upside. But that was the start of a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Right, and we started kind of going down here, and then we completely collapsed here, going into 2020. So yeah, let's hopefully repeat that and just, kind of, if we come back up, let's just go down again and then down again and then down again, right? This would be lead to a great 22, last half of the year for 2022. If we start doing something like this with the MACD and, we kind of turn back bearish here with the red here, do something like this would be just astounding. Okay. That's the DXY in a nutshell there. So let's go check out our fear and greed index. We're still in extreme fear. We've been down here a hot minute, huh? We're approaching like one of the longest periods of time we've ever been down in extreme fear, or fear even. I mean, only met by superseded, preceded, all the seeds back in this area. So we'll see if we can ever get out of here, or if we're just stuck in the mud forever. Not likely, right? Okay, so let's see. Quote of the day. We love life, not because we are used to living, but because we are used to loving. How sweet. Friedrich Nietzsche. If you don't know about him, you better ask somebody. All right, car of the day. Foreshadowed yesterday. You should have known. The Bugatti, original Bugatti, EB110. EB110. Look at their little tiny horseshoe. On the new ones, it's like massive, right? But yeah, if it looks old, it's because it's older, right? It's over 20 years old. So pretty sweet though. Back in the day to have these kind of doors, them and Lambo, right? Get my picture here. I told you I got one yesterday or a couple days ago. This is by Virago, brand new, still in the box. Got the straps on it. I refuse to open just because it's like already 20 years old and looks pretty mint condition. I was gonna open it, but changed my mind. I have another one. I have an older one open that I got, back 20, 30 years ago when they came out, and it's destroyed. My dad gave it to me way too little. Ram it off the stairs. Just kidding. We never had a house. No, no stairs. Let's see. What else we got? Besides, okay. Just random silliness for a Friday. Meme of the day. There you go. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Happy Friday. I'll see you on the next video. Ditto. Got the Matrix glitching going on. I repeated myself too much. You've seen too much.